my friends, welcome back. So we are now on the actual part 15 of Secret of Mana remake. So we just completed the majority of the Mana Palace and are now making our way back after doing a quick pit stop to level up to forge our 3 weapon orbs and to get a top off of healing. So, where was it again? Don't mind me while I fly around lost for a minute. There it is. Alright, up the stairs we go. Back to Dryad stage.
Something's not right.
Oh look, it's Emperor Vental.
He's dead. What's going on?
Except the Emperor is now dead.
Hey, there's a passageway behind the altar. When'd that get there?
You made it.
You're the one who betrayed the Emperor!
I'm afraid so. Now that we control the Mana Fortress, we control the whole world.
Who's we? Thanatos.
Aha! The children are back. It has been a while.
What have you done with Diluc? Is he safe?
Of course. I wouldn't want anything to happen to my new body, after all.
What?
He does not owe you an explanation. Sir, please head to the fortress. I will get revenge for Sheiks and Geshtar right here and now. Goodbye, pests.
Alright, so right away we have another boss battle, the Hexus. She's got just under 3,500 HP. No actual weaknesses. Though she likes to use earth magic, so let's switch to water magic. Thankfully, with the armor and grinding that I've been doing, she's not exactly doing a lot of damage. And she's dead. Not entirely a hard boss. Doesn't have Sheiks' little trick of casting wall on itself.
Thanatos. Why?
Alright, so spoiler alert, there is another boss up ahead. So we're gonna pop a walnut real quick.
Thanks.
Geshtar, you survived?
You could say he is and isn't Geshtar. I've used ancient magic to create a living machine. Now my faithful servant can serve me in death as well.
You're the lowest of the low.
Alright, so Geshtar round 3. Really is about as dangerous as the first 2 times, as in not he just has a ton of HP and likes to fly back and forth across the screen.
Light the way, Luna. Free. Lose this speed. Free. Light the way, Luna.
I mean, if you just keep hammering him, he doesn't exactly have the chance to do anything.
Light the way, Luna.
I should probably switch to a weapon I don't currently have maxed out. And Mech Rider's down. For good. And we even got some levels in the process. As with the first two Mech Rider fights, he's not hard, it's just chasing him down. And if you just keep hammering him, he just goes down in no
They
time.
activated the mana fortress. The whole place is gonna sink.
Are you all right? The troops barely managed to get away. We failed to stop them from reviving the fortress. The sword is not yet restored. The mana beast will soon appear. The world will fall in the crossfire between the beast and the fortress. But we must not give up hope. Remember what Sage Jock said. At the edge of the world, you'll find a sealed realm known as the Pure Land. Usually it's hidden under a cloud of mana fog so dense you couldn't even fly. But now, the fortress is consuming the last of the world's mana to power itself. The barrier around the Pure Land will have gotten weaker. You should be able to reach it. The seeds you've been using to restore the sword are part of the mana tree itself. You should be able to synchronize with the tree and bring the sword back to its full power.
It's not over until it's over. We'll find the Pure Land.
No human has set foot in that realm, so you must be prepared for anything.
Alright, so with that, ominous tale, we have our next goal.
Double-crossed the Emperor. What could he be planning?
You're safe. Are you wounded at all? Rest and get your strength back.
Some of my men are waiting inside.
Before we actually go inside the Mana Palace to talk to them, we want to head around here, because there's a certain cat that we actually have to talk to for
I
once.
guess you gotta go, Meow, huh? We're counting on Mew. Make sure Mew have everything before Mew leave.
Because Neko has some really good equipment that's really expensive. Do I even have enough for all this? Yeah, okay. Oh, I only have enough for 2 of these. Actually, I don't even have enough for 2. Well, actually, if I sell my old stuff.
Anything else?
Alright, so sell that. Sell that. Actually, I'm not sure if the cockatrice cap is better than the needle. Looks like it is. So probably something
Anything
I
else?
need to buy.
Anything else? The
equip this stuff real quick. Okay, so I sold the cockatrice cat by accident. Well, that was smart. Okay, so the Vambrace is better than the Guardian Ring. Good to know.
I guess you gotta go. Make sure Mew have everything before Mew leaves.
Alright, so that can be sold. And that can be sold.
Anything else?
I don't have enough. Ah, crap.
Anything
that's fine.
Be seeing me.
The next area, the Pure Land, has a lot of very lucrative enemies and also has the best helmet in the game for Randy that we will have to be farming because it is a one-time dungeon. Darkstalkers are in the final dungeon, so...
The Emperor was betrayed by those he trusted. It's ironically tragic.
We've stopped the Emperor, but the world is going to be destroyed. What's the point?
Oh, I said some awful things. Forget it. I know you weren't yourself. You couldn't help it. Seeing you and Diluc together, I got jealous of your happiness. Thanatos used his power to manipulate that ill will inside me. Please, forgive me. Pamela, look at me. We will always be friends, okay? You're too kind. I hope you get Diluc back as soon as possible.
Okay, so obviously since the Mana Fortress, or since the Mana Palace is underwater again, we can't go back down into it. And there's nothing here in Dryad Shine. Alright, so let's head onward to the Pure Land.
There!
So the Pure Land is over here. This volcano right here.
I have waited. Come to me. Quickly now.
Alright, so these things right here, called Griffin Hands, are our goal. We need to kill enough of these for them to drop their rare chest, which is the Griffin Helm, the best helmet for the boy. Fortunately, the map for this place is, I mean, the map is actually very straightforward. You just follow the main path. But the enemies here hit like friggin' Mack trucks, as you can see. And if you're not careful, can and will completely murder your party.
No, not this.
You know, like how Prim just died as she was in the middle of casting her healing spell.
Thanks. This pure water. Thanks. I'm ready. Try to stop me.
Let's see, did any of them drop chest? No. Now, the Pure Land is divided into 3 segments. Each one has 2 bosses in it, and once you complete a segment of the Pure Land, then and advance to the next area, you are locked out of the previous areas. Checking to see if they dropped any chests. Is maxed out for the boy. Let's see, what do we have? Oh, no, it's not, because... that's right, I need to level it up to 8. Alright, we'll just leave it on him for now. So that cave over there is actually the goal. There's chest. Alright. Go, Sylphid. Analyze. And I need you to not be dead.
Let's go, Triad! Reset the fire! No, it's not dead.
Crap. Where'd the chest go?
Whoa! Take more than that.
Alright. And we're dead. Oh, I needed to call Flammy, because, whoops. Oh, but we have this wonderful little thing called autosave. Every room, the game autosaves. Casting water magic on this guy is probably a bad idea, but... No, 200 damage, okay. Oh, that glare. Still not dead? There we go. So as you can imagine, this place is really dangerous. And here is our first boss. So here we have the Dragon Worm. He likes to petrify. And he's weak to Sylphid. Alright. Just like the original worm was. So... as you can see, 500 some damage a cast. This is why we spend time leveling up magic. Gonna save her fast enough? Okay, looks like it did. Alright, where are you? There you are. And he's dead. That got us our 8th Axe Orb. So I'm actually going to take this opportunity to fly on out of here, forge these 2 new orbs that I've got, and restock on healing items, because I kind of need them. And actually, this will also give me a chance to get some more, or get the rest of Neko's equipment. First things first, let's get the equipment from Neko, because that's going to be the most expensive thing.
I guess you gotta go, Mew. Make sure Mew have it.
Alright, so 2 of these.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm not buying anything else from you because you are horrifically expensive. Go.
There.
Now let's head on over to a town with an inn so that we can forge our weapons and see another inn cutscene. Because I kind of need to get caught up on them because they're only at the Ice Palace and we're kind of at endgame. Let's go to a town that has a reasonably cheap inn. Sure, like the desert. Alright, Watts.
I'm about to pass out. I've been waiting.
So, upgrade lance, upgrade whip, and upgrade axe. There we go.
one night is fit.
You know those Cannon Travel brothers, right?
Yes, they operate the Cannon Travel Network. What about them?
Do they have installations everywhere?
Yeah, it's a convenient mode of transportation after all.
Sure, it's convenient, but are those guys really brothers?
Pretty sure I heard them mention specifically that they were brothers.
But aren't they a little too alike? Every single one has the same face.
You know, every one of them wears the same outfit, and their hairstyles match too. Is there a difference?
Nope. In fact, I don't think they're brothers at all. I think they're all the same person.
You think so?
Wait, it makes sense. Have you ever seen more than one of them in the same place?
Right? If they're family, you'd think you'd see them interacting at some point.
What are these Cannon Travel brothers?
Something tells me that we shouldn't question it any further.
Who knows what creepy things we might uncover?
Okay, I got it. I shouldn't have asked. Ooh, I got shivers down my spine.
The Cannon Travel brothers. Will their mystery ever be solved?
They are leaning a little heavily on the fourth wall there. But then again, I mean, we met the wife of one of them in, I don't remember what town, but she said she couldn't even tell them apart, so maybe they are all the same person. Oh, right, I need to restock. Restocking on items would be a good idea. There you are.
Welcome. Anything else? Come again. There!
I am still really tempted to up the item max to 12 just so that I can have 12 Cup of Wishes instead of just 4. But we're sticking with vanilla for now. Going to put quick cast on Analyzer so that I can do a check for oh, thanks for the follow. But we're putting quick cast on Analyzer just so that in case an enemy drops a chest behind a where I can't see it, I can cast Analyzer and spot it. Means I should actually put heal on the other quick cast button so you know we don't die. This does mean not having the sprite available to quick cast, but that's okay. treasure like you did when you killed me. Drop your invulnerability frames and die already. Another griffin hand. Oh, we got a treasure chest. Yeah, just healing item. Alright, so let's go ahead and advance to the next section of Area 1. Griffin hands are all throughout the Pure Land, so I didn't get a chance here, but there will be other opportunities for me to get my Griffin Helm from them. Is this thing dead? Pokey pokey. It's kind of annoying how sometimes the enemies will just decide to lie on the ground where you cannot hurt them. Oh, we got ghosts. Ghosts can only be harmed by magic, so let's see. These guys are weak Lumina. Okay. Well, we've got high-level Lumina right here. That was crap, but that's mainly because I spread it out instead of focus fire. That's more like it. Actually, these guys have a pretty decent drop too. There's nothing down there. I've sworn there was something in this area. Alright, guess not. Oh, she's out cold.
Pure water. Thanks.
All right. So here is the first
You
gateway.
must defeat the dragon in the forest. To the left to proceed.
Alright, so the mysterious voice tells us to head on over to the left. So let's go do that, mysterious voice. Oh, we got a runner. Where are you? Ah, nuts. Common drop.
Healing power of Undi. Pure water. Thanks.
Hey, look, it's a big scary Dargon. So, has 2800 HP. And it is weak to Salamando. It also likes to stay off screen a lot. And we're just not messing around. 2 more casts. And dragon's down. Weakness exploitation is a thing. I don't even think it done any damage to me, that fight. Alright, put quick heal back on cast, or on shortcut. And see if we can finally get some friggin... Come on, give me a Griffin Helm. I will make Griffin Hands go extinct if I have to get this equipment.
Pure water. Thanks.
Alright, so let's see. Sprite has sword at max. So let's put it it on glove. Actually, no. We're gonna put it on whip. I'm gonna keep that gloves at 0, and the reason for this is later in the game when I get the higher level weapons, because the weapons grow so slowly for experience. One of the tricks is if you use a lower level weapon, the experience gained is halved and given to the other characters. So when I get to the final dungeon, I'm going to be controlling the sprite, running around with the gloves while the hero has his level 8 sword, the girl has whatever, and they're going to be basically getting 4 XP per kill that I get off of it. I just need to make sure I properly Leroy Jenkins and don't let them get any kills.
Continue on. Shall I save your game?
Darn. Sure, let's go in the cave. I think the cave is the next boss, but it might not be. Nope, it's not. Instead, we've got ghosts and ice bandits. Just loosen beamed it, but whatever. Sad thing is, I've bought all these healing items, and I'm not actually using them. What is a rabbite doing here? Ah, here's our second boss. The Axe-Beak. Another 2800 HP. Oh, it's weak to Undini. Oh, that's bad for you. Oh, I don't even get to see how much damage it's dealing.
It takes more than that.
Should be almost dead. There we go. And down it goes. And we get another javelin orb. And the path further onward has been opened. And I hit the eggplant man so hard he went flying off the screen. So at this point in the game, chests are almost guaranteed to be trapped, so you want to always analyzer them before opening them. That way you can make sure you don't get... What the... Alright, settle down there, Griffin Hand. Ooh. Ooh. Come on, come on. Ah! Denied. Sad day.
Light the way, Lumina. Lucid shield.
Oh, I don't actually have a sword equipped to anybody right now. Well, let's fix that. We'll put sword on the girl. Oh, no chest. Sadness. Want to get that Griffin helm. Alright, so now we have another gateway.
You must defeat the dragon in the forest. To the left to proceed.
So we have another dragon to fight. But before we do that... let's see. Could have sworn there was a pathway around here. Unless they took it out. Maybe I have to kill the dragon first. Alright, so let's go fight the dragon. Oh, spear's max, so put him back on axe. Alright. So here we have a dragon. It's a red dragon. And as you might expect, it's a fire dragon. And being a fire dragon, well, you'll see. It's weak to Undini, which deals 1/6 of its health per cast. And as long as it's focusing on Randy... Oh, wait. Now we're at level 7. So it's going to deal even more damage now. Oh, maybe not. Whatever. It's dead now. So who cares? And for our efforts, we receive the final... Actually, no, I think that's the second to last glove orb. Get back here! Okay, there is something very wrong with the Eggplant Men. Because they just go flying off screen when you kill them. Alright, so... Actually, with killing the Red Dragon, I believe that puts Popoy's... Undini at max. And, yeah. All that's left is just another... What is that? 33 casts of Gnome, and I'll have the Sprite's magic maxed out. Alright, so let's see. Okay, so the reason why I'm hugging this right wall is because in the SNES version of Secret of Mana, at the second gateway, or here at the second gateway, the right wall over here used to be a hidden passageway to a secret Neko shop. But I guess that one's not here anymore. I should have saved. Whoops. Oh, you can actually go back. Did not realize that. Okay, well that's also something different, because you used to not be able to go back once you...
Continue on.
Well, we are actually going to save this time, though. Alright, anyway. I should switch the sprite over to Gnome. Alright, we are almost finished. We are in the final area of the Pure Land. So we just got one last series of Griffin Hands, Mush Glooms, Needle Lions, and Ghosts to fight our way through. got 3 paths. Again, it really doesn't matter which path you take. They all either lead to a dead end where there's nothing but enemies to fight and gain experience from, or they lead to the boss that you need to fight to continue on, so... And right now, the only enemies I'm really concerned with fighting are the Griffin Hands. That's bad.
Pure water.
Take more than that, thanks.
Oh, wow, that was a lot of damage. I was not expecting that much damage. Alright, I guess Griffin Hands are weak to Gnome. Good to know. Alright, no chests. Oh, that's some glare. I don't want to fight these guys. I want to fight Griffin Hands. I guess it's kind of a good thing I did this little lap. Oh look, it's our next gateway boss, the Thunder Gigas. And just like the Fire and Ice Gigases, he likes to transform into these orbs of light and become completely invulnerable for an indeterminate amount of time. Oh, but he doesn't like Gnome. Alright, we're gonna need to teach him a lesson. Deals about a ninth of his health. 500 damage is nothing to sneeze at. Yeah, no, you none of that teleporting crap. We're done with you. Alright, and for killing the Thunder Gigas, we receive a Sword Orb, the final Sword Orb of the game. targeting arrow is a little off. How are you doing on magic? 87%, so that is 5 more casts, and she'll be maxed out, at least for the moment.
You must defeat the dragon in the forest. To the left to proceed.
Oh, we have to slay another dragon. Oh darn. Well, I guess there is no Pure Land Neko Shop in the remake. This is also our last chance to farm up Griffin Hands. So...
More than that.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. Did we? I think it died before it reflected the magic. That would have been useful like a half an hour ago. Alright, whatever. Oh look, it's a blue dragon. Well, what are you weak to? Well, considering your thunder, it is probably known. Yup. So, let's just make this thing a joke. Get back here! Come on, where are you? There you are. I want to actually see the damage I'm dealing to you. There we go. Actually, Rock Slide is technically a higher damage spell. No, it's dealing the same amount of damage. Okay. Sure, whatever. And he's off the screen. Oh, he died. Oh, good job, game. Good job. Dragon was trying to nope out of there. And the final orb we receive from a boss is the Boomerang Orb. Because the only bosses left now are the bosses in the Mana Palace, which do not drop orbs on defeat. However, there are enemies in the Mana Palace that are not Mana Palace, Mana Fortress, that drop orbs as a rare drop, and we will be trying to get them. Oh, we got a treasure chest over there. Now the question is, what dropped you? Are you from the... Oh, no, you were from the Plant Man. That makes me sad. Alright. So now, heading into the next gate, it will actually end the Pure Land, and we will not be able to come back. So, I haven't gotten the helmet for the boy yet, so I'm actually going to have to do a little bit of farming. But this video is getting a little bit long, so we're gonna actually cancel that and get to an actual save point. And by actual save point, I mean an inn and also a Watts, so that we can upgrade all of our weapons to shiny new. All right, so let's go to Kakara.
I'm about to pass out from the... I've been waiting.
Alright, so bow, boomerang, poleaxe, gloves, and sword. Oh, the Dragon Buster. Man, would have been really useful while we were fighting a dragon. Oh wait, we have a spell that just cleaves off a sixth of its health.
One night is 50.
I'd always wondered if Santa was real. But that's what caused this problem in the first place.
If children had faith, Santa wouldn't have been in such a bind.
When did you start to doubt he was real?
Don't laugh.
I won't.
When I was 8.
Aw, how sweet.
Don't pick on me. How old were you?
10?
Ah, look who's talking.
Why quibble about age when you were both wrong anyway? Santa is real.
I guess you're right.
I hear Santa brings you everything you could ever want. I hope he brings me some food soon.
Santa's not a genie.
Plus, if Santa could give you anything, why would you choose food?
I guess it was never a question of whether Santa was real or not for our tiny companion.
What a childish thing to ask for.
Mind your own business.
Yes, but the sprite actually has its priorities straight, unlike the other two. The sprite's priorities are, can I eat it? If not, I don't care. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break, and when I come back, we are going to finish farming for the Griffin Helm, and then finish the Pure Land. So stay tuned, guys. I'll be back in a little bit.